What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to On the Bench Repeat, the series that you put on in the background whilst you hobby or paint along with me. As you know, I'm on the move at some point in the future, so I'm desperately trying to paint up a few things that I have out here just so that I can pack them away in a safe manner and they'll be ready for me at the other end when I get there. That's the idea anyway. I've finished some Germans, which I'm going to have a look at before I carry on with the other stuff I'm doing. So I'm just going to pop my other stuff to one side for a moment. Do a quick head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, yes, 12 Germans here. And we shall have a look at these guys in just a second. Before we do, however, make sure you've got your glues, brushes, models, paints, whatever else you need. And let's head to the bench. Well, here they are. Like, here's one, you know, guy carrying this like grenade launcher thing. I don't know what it is. See, I'm that unschooled, you see. There you go. I don't actually know. I'm just going to check the focus here. Aha! I thought there was something funny going on here. Right, there we go. Focus. Focus is up. That was that one. Let's back the other one again to make sure you can see him. There, it's just natural sand and stone with some, you know, Hagrex Earthshade, you know, the usual. But these are my grenadiers. They're finished, so I'm going to be able to. These are my German grenadiers. They are finished. I'm going to be able to pack them away. I'm going to get a couple of more little boxes to pack things away in, I think. Really enjoyed building and painting these guys. Yeah, I really did. But this is them. And some of them have got the you know, the sort of camouflage tent thing they wore. I forget what they call it. Begins with a Z, I think. Zeltbahn or something. So they look quite good. I'm sorry to be so unschooled in the art of history. I never did history at school. I wasn't even given the opportunity to choose history. I only did the history that was offered, you know. That was within the stuff you had to do, the curriculum. I didn't go due to the, I don't know, other choices I made and subjects I wanted to take. History wasn't an option, which is a shame because I think it would have helped me now. Yeah. These are all done. They just need to be taken off of their little holders here. Yeah, I'm really proud of these. They're not award winning by any stretch of the imagination, but they are very adequate for my needs for bolt action. And that's the sort of tabletop standard. That's what I call tabletop standard. It's not what I call good tabletop standard or high tabletop standard. It's just what I call tabletop standard. Okay. So I'm just taking these off of their little holders, popping them over to one side where I've got my Band of Brothers box set. The box is still there. My Americans are still inside the box, all on the sprue, and I think it would be a good move to keep them that way until I move. Just for ease of transportation, certainly, and I don't want to lose them or get them broken, as well. So if they're on the sprue, they're nice and flat. They can just stay inside the box, and Bob's your uncle. Yeah, Bob's your uncle. What else I have to do, excuse me, is some scenery for my role playing. Now I'm going to be explaining a bit more about that. Well, I'll tell you now. Thing is, I'm going to be wanting to do more role playing. You see, my other stuff isn't going to change, but I want to be adding some role playing into the mix. Now, I have toyed with the idea of setting up a separate channel for the role playing. I'm told that would be the better / wiser choice. Maybe that is something I will consider. And I'll just redo certain videos from the Mini Warzone channel here to the new channel. That might be an idea, hey? And to start that over, because I know not everybody's into role playing, but those of you that are into tabletop gaming are not into role playing, and vice versa, which is why I have such an eclectic audience. It's why I think I don't get masses of views on the videos, because not all of my audience likes what I'm putting out. They like different things. There's so many niches within my channel, and I thought for a while that would be a good thing, but I'm thinking it probably isn't. It probably isn't, in terms of YouTube and algorithms and how YouTube works generally. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just tidying up some, taking off the blue tack of these holders here. Then I'm going to pop them away. That's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to crack on with some more painting. I've still got my Imperial Fists to do. Looking forward to getting them done. I'm thinking they might be my go-to army, one of my go-to armies for Seaton. Imperial Fists or Ultramarines for the good guys. I may take Necrons or Tyranids for my bad guys. I'm not going to do Orcs because I just don't have enough Orky stuff. You need a lot of it. If I'm going to go to a gaming club, I don't think I'd have enough. I'd have to borrow people's models in order to play, and I don't want to do that. Right, so I'm just packing some of this away, which is good because it tidies the place up a bit, somewhat. There. Right, now what I've got is some slaves that I was working on for roleplay. Because they can be all manner of things, can't they? So I've got slaves. I've got what they call dead men on eBay. They're just 3D printed dead men. But yeah, they could be just unconscious men, couldn't they? Really, end of the day. Now these guys here, I think these guys need to be on little bases. That's the word I was looking for. And I have somewhere. I've got a base. It's under the desk. A base kind of collection. So I'm thinking I go with like GW bases for them. I could glue them to that, or do I go with like 2p pieces and glue them to that. Either would work. And to be honest, some pennies, the really small ones. I mean, I don't know. I don't think. So I've got to finish them up first. Anyway, I'm going to have a. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, they might fit on something like that. I'm thinking, you know, they might do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So I'm looking for 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5 there. I've got that. I can hear my wife returning. My wife and daughter have been down to sort out some stuff to do with the family bereavement, and I can hear her parking now. First time she's parked on the new section of driveway that we made. So that'll be interesting to see how she gets on with that. Means she's going to come up here, talk to me, and that's fine. And I will be editing out that section of the video. So, yeah. So that's good. So I'm going to be finishing these guys off first. It looks like I've already decided upon my bases. GW bases for that one, and just this MDF one for this long one here. So I'm looking for a grey. We'll go for a dark grey, and then we'll do a white, a lighter grey on top of it. Or a dark brown. Like a Doombill brown. No, I think maybe something else. Still Legion drab. Maybe Still Legion drab. We'll take that. See how she gets on with the parking first. I'm intrigued to see how she gets on. Just got to come in at a strange angle. And here she comes. Right, I'm back. Just edited that out. That's my wife coming back home. She thought the parking was fine, actually, so that's good. Right, so my glasses are going on here, and I'm going to be concentrating on this chappie's beard. So I'm just gonna paint his beard here. I've got a little one of the hairs of the brush coming out there. Then tells me this brush is probably not too much longer for this world as a serious modelling painting brush. That's okay. Oh, we went out for lunch yesterday, my wife and I. A lovely little riverside cafe we know in a place called Ivy Bridge. We were up there to see some solicitors, which is why we went up there. But we thought we'd take the opportunity to have a spot of lunch, and that was nice. It was really nice. Oh, there, it's done his beard. He is beardless, so he doesn't need any. He is beardless. So I'm looking for hair, really, more than anything. Oh, I might I'll do him as a using Mornfang Brown. Is it Mornfang Brown? No, yes, Mornfang Brown here. I'm going to put some greys on some of them. Might keep this one, don't know. Alright, so they were sorting out my wife and daughter. They were sorting through clothes. And sorting out music for funeral, you know, what music to come into and leave on and that kind of stuff. So, you know, wasn't the nicest of things to do, but it has to be done. And yeah, you know, that's another thing sorted. I think it'll be good once you know, everything's all over, done and dusted. You start healing proper then, can't you? I mean, you know, really ain't good. Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave that for that. Oh, is there anyone that might have brown boots or trousers on these dead men? I don't know. I kind of want them to have more colourful garb. And my dead men, what are I'll call them dead men for ease of remembering. What am I going to base these guys on? Interesting notion, because I have no idea. But yeah, anyway, I went to this Riverside Cafe, had like an all-day breakfast thing there. Lovely it was, really nice, good service there. You get your food really quick as well, and I felt so sorry for the like the waitresses and that, you know, in the heat. My goodness, so hot. Oh, so he's got some brown trousers. Haha, brown trousers. Right, so that's that. Oh, something else I've got to finish off is the priming of this, and there's a spot on my other model here which came off, so I'm going to do that whilst I think of it. So I've still got to do these. This guy is finished, as is that one. That's okay. There's a real mixture of stuff going on here. It really is. So, first off, let's just get that blob of primer on there for that one. That's just a 3D printed campfire, which I will paint up at some point shortly. So I'm going to finish the priming on this. This is like a sort of a tent thing. Now I've got some more items that arrived for my campaign. and they're going to be so useful. They are items that you could use in like a marketplace or bazaar of that nature. And one of the campaign books I've got involves a circus, so they could even be used for that, you know. You know, tents and cellars and that sort of thing. I think they could be very versatile. Even for wargaming, you could use them. But you know, I want to use them for role playing to help with that suspension of disbelief. That will help me. I won't say act, but get into the role more for the videos. I'm not going to throw all my energy that I did with Dwarves of Fangorn into it. Not that much. It wore me out. You know, I just don't have the energy for that. But I've got an idea of how I want to do it, and it'll be cool on a different level. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm going to be running solo RPG games and explaining how I do it, what you could do at any given point. You know, when I come to moments of interest in my game, and I will film it. I will do it, you know, live on camera. Well, not live, but you know what I mean. I will do it on camera and explain what your options are at various points of a game. What I think you should and shouldn't do, or tips, things to avoid, which will help you enjoy the game more. That's how I'm going to view it. You know, I'm not saying you should do this or you shouldn't do that, but there are certain things you could do to aid in your enjoyment, I think. But yeah, so I've got a load of stall stuff, market stuff, like food, goods and wares, and I've got this tent pavilion thing. I need a couple more tents. That's true. Thing is, paints are not going to take too long to dry in this heat, are they? Certain things you might want drying retarder for. You might do, I don't know. Depends what you're doing. Well, I'm glad my daughter got some things sorted out. So I've got other stuff to do during the week. Everybody's doing their bit, and that's good. So I've got this fan. I don't know if you can hear it, but I've got a fan blowing onto me directly at the moment, and I've got the door of the studio open so that it can any air excuse me, so any air can blow through. A bit of a draft. It's not doing that great of a job, but the air is coming in, so it's better than having it shut at least. Got one of my windows open in the studio. Got two windows. And I've got the curtains closed to, you know, keep out the heat a bit. Right, that's doing quite a good job actually. Starting to get a bit hungry now actually. I'm thinking, what can I have to eat? And I'm thinking, make a sandwich after this. I'll make a sandwich after this. I'll download my footage ready for editing. And that's stuff I can do at a later date then. There. So that is primed. I'm going to leave that there. Right, now I've also got to look at this guy here. See if I can glue him to his base, the base I want him to be on. So I'm gonna put a basing down for them as well. Now, yeah, he's gonna fit quite nicely onto a base of that size. So there, got him on it. He's on his base, and I can pop him to one side now. That's awesome. I can probably do the same with this fellow, even though I haven't painted the stones. There's a couple of things I need to paint on him, but I think I'd like to get him on a base too. So I'll just do a little quick dry fit there. Oh, do you know, I think he might need to go on a bigger base. That's quite exciting. Slightly bigger base. He could go on that. Yeah, I think so. So I did a little dry fit first for him. Put a bit of glue on here. There we are. That's him. Him all glued on. That's good. Yeah, I think I'll glue him on as well. These are just, you know, they're not even characters. They're not even baddies. These are like they're like terrain. Well, they are terrain, but they're like objective markers almost. You know, go and rescue the slaves or whatever. You know. So they're really just to represent where something is in relation to something else. And that's cool. Another dry fit. Ooh, yeah. The primer on here on this pavilion tent top thing, almost dry. Incredible. There we go. 3 of the slaves are glued to their base. I'm going to base them, as in sand, Agrax Earthshade, and then I will varnish them with matte varnish. That's what I'm going to do, and then yeah, we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go. Got this little half track here for my bolt action. That's what came with my Band of Brothers box set. So that is going to be instrumental in my bolt action army. I've got 3 Outriders here to do as well for my Imperial Fists. So they're not done yet. So much stuff to do, and I've got my other Imperial Fist to do as well. My Stug is pretty much done, I think. That's this one here. I would say is pretty done. Yeah. Doesn't need a lot to paint them up. You know, they didn't have garish colours or anything like you do in Warhammer. Didn't have any of that. Right, so I'm gonna think, what am I gonna do next? I'm gonna do like a bone colour for bones. I've got a skull and a couple of bones to do there. Bone white by Vallejo. Probably going to use that. Looks quite thin. That's okay. A smidge of water in it. Okay. Bit trickier to do these bits now. We're at a smaller stage here. You've got to be quite quick with this bone colour paint as well, because it dries really quickly. It dries right up. We do the best we can here. It's quite cool that these slaves are tied to bones. I've been toying with the idea of 3D printers for a while, as you know, thinking, well, I'm probably not going to get one, at least not for a long time. I'm thinking of changing my mind and getting one when we move to Cetano, if I've got the space to do little bits of scenery like this. And I'm going to ask if any of you guys know, what do I need any specific type of 3D printer? I would not be wanting to print massive bits of terrain, just little bits. Maybe like the size of my tent being the biggest one, something like that. I've got some I'll do another video on it actually. I've got some other 3D printed pieces that I'll be needing to paint up at some point. And I might just ask, put it out there. My YouTube family will tell me, because I mean, I don't know anything about it, you know. I know some of you have got them and you've gone through a lot of learning curves with it. If there's any tips you got for me, you know, I'd appreciate it. But there's a certain type of 3D printer that I would need. And I'd love the ability to print my own stuff. Like if I said to myself, well, I need a table, a set of tables and chairs for my tavern. Rather than wait for it to arrive, I could just set it up to print, and you know, I could have it done quicker. Don't know about it being any cheaper. I'm not convinced of that, but I could at least get it done quicker, I think. I might be wrong, I don't know. Those of you that have 3D printers, you can let me know. Right, Okay, I think we're good to go here. That's that. Skull. Painting a skull. Who'd have thought? My job's going well. I've told you that on the chill though, but my job's still going really well. Loving it. People are great. Job is great. And moving on to the next topic. That's all I can talk to you about it, really. No, just other than to say it is really good, and I enjoy the interaction I have with my team on it. I enjoy it. It is like having a little second family almost. Probably as near as you can get. And if anybody is watching from my work, I shouldn't think there would be, not this video, but if there are, I do thank you. Your support is much appreciated. Right, so I painted the skull there for that one. Right, I'm going to paint this like ivory tusk thing, whatever it is. I'm starting to get really hungry now. I haven't eaten much today at all. Only had some toast for breakfast. Very, very hot right now. But I think after tomorrow it'll start cooling down a bit. Then we'll be, yeah. I'm thinking the winter will probably be very cold. I quite like that tusk thing done like that. I'm going to paint this one in the same colour. Right. As I say, we're not winning awards here. We're not even trying. As I say, these aren't even going to be characters, are they? It's just going to be like light objective markers slash scatter terrain. So they don't need to be like fan-dabby-dozy or anything, you know. Just to represent, yes, there is a slave tied to this post or this tusk or whatever it is, tooth. There. Okay, the water is starting to dry up now, as I said it would. I did say this would happen. There we are. Oh, I think these might be bones on the floor. They look like a bit like ribs to me. Yeah, there we are. So I wonder what the next week will bring me. You know, I do wonder this, especially when I'm sat here like I was last week, thinking, I wonder what next week will bring for me. I do wonder. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Dropped my bit of tissue on the floor now. I think I was going to blame it on the fan blowing it off the bench, but alas, no, it's not. Right, just trying to... got it. Managed to capture it with my foot. There we go. Okay. Right, we're so hot here. I want him to have blue trousers. I don't know why. I just do. Don't ask me why. I said don't ask me. I don't know. HOF blue. How's that? They're all going to be muddied up anyway, so. Trouble is with this weather, paint just dries up. There. I mean, we're at 45 minutes, guys, so you know. Yeah, I just want this guy to have blue trousers. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't. What is some of them to have slightly more brighter colours? I don't know why, but I feel it could be important in the future. I.e., what I mean is, I think they could have multiple uses. Then they could be pirates, they could be circus performers, they could be anything like that. See a lot of pirates in the books and films and that with garish colours, don't you? I just want this to be kind of atypical of that. And it's for role playing, so it does not have to be accurate. That's the beauty of it. I know I'm going over other areas here. Yep. So how are you guys? What are you working on? Something good, I hope. Do you have any thoughts on 3D printing, or do you have any advice? Are you going? Do you do it? Are you thinking of going for it? This dude's gonna have blue trousers too. I've never really done dead men markers before, you know. I've seen them in war games. And I admit, having played some war games that have utilised that, it does add to the visual aesthetic. It looks good. Devastating if it's your guys that are dead, but it still looks damn good on the tabletop, I can tell you that. Right. So a couple of the guys have blue trousers. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm still using the water from my dehumidifier, so I'm still not using tap water as yet, which is good, I think. So if I got here, got super glue on my finger. I'll be biting that off for days. What are we up to? 51 minutes. Right, I think I'm going to call it a day here, folks, because I'm not like in the swing of this as I once was. But that was good, and I am very hungry right now. I need to get some food. So I'm going to zoom out. That's not zooming out. That's zooming out. Put the camera onto me. There we are. So yeah, I've got some stuff painted. I've got some paint on some plastic or resin. Cool. I've glued some things. I've taken some things off of that bench. They're ready to be packed. I just got them there because I don't know what box I'm going to pack them into right now this second. I am going to get a couple more little really useful boxes, the 3-litre ones. I think that'll be ideal for my scenery and things like that. Role-playing scenery, small role-playing scenery I'll call it, and that's going to be good. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you got loads of stuff done. Videos are still coming, guys. You know, and I don't know what, I just don't know what format they will take. I've got a giveaway coming up soon, which I want to do. I want to host that, and yeah, perhaps I'll get something to eat. I'll think about my giveaway, and then I'll come back and I'll film that. So that would be good. But for here and now, it's just been a pleasure having you on board with me whilst I've been painting these guys, and I love being able to do this. It keeps me sane, as I've said in other videos, and right now I need my sanity. I really do. And yeah, I just thank you for being with me. Check out my Patreon if you want to look at some behind the scenes stuff. I've done a couple new ones for the patrons recently. Got an idea for another one as well coming up in the near future. Possibly closer to you know, when things get moving here. Moving, sort of did that with our move. And yeah, so this is pretty much dry now, and the lid for it, it's pretty much dry. But yeah, these sort of tent things, I'm going to talk to you guys more about that in another video. But yeah, what time are we at? 54 minutes, or more than enough. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, all brushes lead to war. I'll see you on another video, and bye for now, folks. Bye bye.